Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Beginnings of Greatness.
Is there something wrong
T-Bog.
with your voice? Are you sick?
No, you know how that phlegm gets on there? All that spicy food from earlier.
It's gross.
But welcome to our show, The Beginnings of Greatness. I am Matt Rhodes. With me is the assistant to the guest host, Joey Livingston. And we're here. We're a little late. We had some technical
He switched before I waved. Switch back
difficulties.
so I can wave. Switch back so I can wave.
Joey. And of course, we got a lot of fanfare about his drawings.
We got a lot of fanfare.
His drawings last week, so he's
Yeah,
gonna
one
keep
person said
drawings.
nice drawings.
Yep, nice drawings. So we got a lot of fanfare. So we're gonna keep it going. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So here we are. And I'd like to start off by saying, whoever makes this vodka that tastes like grapefruit juice is the devil.
All right, go ahead and say it.
Whoever makes this certain type, there's this vodka, and it's straight up vodka, but it tastes just like grapefruit juice.
You can definitely tell there's alcohol in it.
Well, you can tell
What it
little
will trick you into thinking is that it's a mixed drink.
like a real smooth mixed drink,
Right.
with,
Like a
nothing
mixed drink
hardly
with a
in
lot
it.
of alcohol in it. But what you don't realize is that it is pure vodka. Well, I
Right.
mean, you do. You have to remind yourself of it.
Yeah. So I was at Joey's meeting with his friends from out of town, out of state, They were traveling around the world, and they were
Showed
cool
up
folks.
uninvited.
And they
It's
were
like, hey y'all, what's
Hey,
up?
y'all.
What's happening?
I got-
Sometimes I come over to Joey's house.
yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm not spying on y'all, but
Who's this? Who's this new person?
who's that guy? But they were lovely people.
Chris Surratt.
Chris
A friend
Surratt
of mine, his family.
and his wife. Her name was
Aldrina.
Aldrina.
Let's name their whole family in case they're a stalker watcher.
2 sons,
Yeah. Samuel.
Samuel and
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Boom. Remembered it through him.
And well, then what was the name of their dog?
Chumpers.
Ha, tricked you. There was no dog.
Oh, snips. Anyway, there was some drinking involved, and we was having a good time. I brought over some, you know how you always see the Coors Light commercials, and you go to the store, you see the Coors Light there, but what about the real Coors? Just the Coors. Anyway, I went to get a 6-pack of beer to bring to this shindig, and I saw it. It said Coors Banquet Beer. No light, no nothing.
Is it really that difficult to find?
That's the first time I've seen it. First time I've ever seen it.
I feel like any time that I've looked for Coors, it has been there.
I'm gonna have to search that out. But Chris mentioned, when I mentioned it, he mentioned the same thing when I brought in the Coors and said, "Dude, I found regular Coors," and Chris was like, "Yeah,
Chris just
wonder
goes
about
along
that."
with stuff.
Oh, how dare you!
Yeah. and
How
sometimes-
dare you
and
talk
sometimes
for him?
Like he's like laughing under his breath. He's like, who's this guy? Yeah,
Coors is everywhere.
Of course, you can never find Coors anywhere.
How dare you speak for him that way?
How dare he?
How dare he?
How dare he? How dare he treat you that way?
How dare me? How dare me? Anyway,
How dare you put up with it?
yeah, that's the real situation.
You deserve better.
I need to turn my phone off. Involved in some horrible group text thing.
Don't you hate that?
Oh
When
God!
somebody includes you in a group text with like
With like
50 other
here's,
people.
Here's my new puppy.
You can't leave the text.
Nuh-uh. I just keep
There's
going.
nothing you can do.
Bloop.
One person in that group text, everybody's going to get it, including you. You
Including
don't
you.
even know that person.
Nuh-uh. Don't even know. And then the worst.
There's got to be a way to turn that to your advantage. Like maybe talk to the people like you know them.
Well, absolutely. Like the worst is because if we all had iPhones, it'd work perfect. It'd still be annoying, but it'd work perfect. But not everybody has iPhones, so you text something back like, "Hey, great news, looking good, man," and then somebody texts you back that was linked to that group, and text directly to you, who is this and what are you talking about?
Right.
Like,
The worst is holidays.
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
When somebody that you know is like, "Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody,"
Yeah.
and they tell everybody 50 other people Merry Christmas, and then like 743-298-5461 says Merry Christmas to you too.
To you too.
Also 256-888-9427 says Merry Christmas to you too.
That's a horrible Christmas time and birthdays sometimes.
And that is why I hate Christmas.
And that's why we take the Christ out of Christmas. No, but what was I trying to get at? Anyway,
That is why the Bible is not true.
and that is why I am about to finish my story. All right, where was I? Okay, I was drinking some Coors.
Are you trying to hint that I'm being rude or something?
No. I wanted to do another one, and that is why, but I was like, nah.
You're like, moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
Moving on, assistant to the guest host.
It wasn't directed at you. It was directed at me. So I
sensed
keep it going.
I felt it.
Drinking some Coors, having a good time, chatting, nice folks. Everybody's gathered around. Sean was there.
Also uninvited.
Also uninvited.
Not invited.
And
Not invited. Not uninvited, but not invited.
so I had two beers, feeling good. And then Joey's like, "Hey, you want to try out some of Chris's new vodka? Oh man, it tastes just like grapefruit juice." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take a hit." So when he asked me that, I was already grabbing my next Coors.
Hey,
So,
don't be a pussy.
Hey. So I put some ice in a cup, and I asked Chris before I did it.
Everybody's drinking it.
I asked Chris. I said, "So, what do you do? Just a shot of this, or you sip on it? What?" He's like, "Yeah, just put some ice in a glass.
Just drink
and
a whole
put some-"
glass.
I was like, "All right." Boom. Put some ice in a glass. Filled it up to about right here, and then drank it. And it tastes great.
Did you drink it or
feeling
did
good.
you drink it?
I drank it. Drank that thing. Yeah, I drank it.
I want to get it straight.
And was feeling good. Was still feeling good. And then I got me some pizza. Still talking. Everything going smooth. Then I went outside to smoke a cigarette. And as soon as I took a hit of the cigarette, I was like, I'm sleepy.
Something was wrong with that mixed drink.
I'm sleepy. You know, Will Ferrell in that
Something was wrong with that juice.
movie when he gets stuck with the tranquilizer. You're funny, man. You're crazy, man. But I liked. It was like that, and I was like, oh shit. I got to go home, or I'm just gonna fall asleep with pizza on me. So, I said that to myself, but then I was like, let me just get this another piece of pizza, sit back down, and see what's going on.
Let me just get another piece of pizza in me.
So I was in the conversation, feeling real tired, like super tired, and I was like, you're at that point where you're picking the toppings off the pizza instead of eating it like a normal person, and eating the pizza. I'm like, oh, this shit ain't working. I'm about to go to sleep. So I get up, I go to the garbage can, and I look behind me, and there are your two dogs. So I gave them the rest of the toppings, and then I took a big bite of the pizza, except the crust, and put it in the trash can.
Mm-hmm.
I opened the door to your office, waved bye to the kids, boom. Then I think I used the bathroom, and I came back, I grabbed my jacket, like, well, I gotta go, guys. And Chris was like, you all right to drive, man? I'm like, yeah. Like, you look it, because my eyes were just sleepy. I wasn't real drunk, because after the beer and the vodka, it had been about 25, 30 minutes.
I just want to say that I don't approve of what happens at this point, this point in the story. And you will be required to tell the people on the show the rule at my house that you have broken.
No. Check this out. This is why
Chicken.
I wasn't drunk because it had been at least 30, 35 minutes.
It's been 30 minutes since I drank a whole glass of vodka.
Since I drank it. And I wasn't drunk. I wasn't acting any different. I wasn't overly...
You don't generally act different when you get drunk.
Yeah, I get... when I get drunk, I get tired and sleepy. I just want to go to sleep.
The problem is that when you're sober, you act drunk.
Maybe I just need to sip on beer all day, and I'd be the coolest.
No, it doesn't make you sober. I'm saying you act the same way both ways, but it's not as if you act sober when you've had alcohol. It's that you act drunk when you have not.
Yeah. So I act the same whether I'm on alcohol or not.
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was saying. I don't change. It doesn't really change me. You know, I feel it inside. You get a good feeling.
I do not believe you when you say it doesn't change your driving skills. I don't believe that. And the audience does not either. Everybody email Matt and let him know how ashamed you are that he got behind the wheel while he was drinking alcohol.
I was not drinking alcohol behind the wheel.
You had drank it.
I had that one 30-minute time period go by.
I had drunk one 30-minute vodka.
And then I left. I was good. I was good to go. I was tired.
I'm good, man. Hey.
I even
cool.
I even followed Sean home to make sure he got home okay. And did you hear me beep the horn, Sean? I'm gonna pass you.
When he hit you from behind, did you hear him beep the horn?
I was like beep beep. You know, but
it's just me.
But yeah, I was fine on the way home.
Your fender.
And everything was perfect. Speed limit, because there was nothing to be. I wasn't swerving or anything. Anyway, when I parked and got home, though, I went straight to bed. As soon as my head hit the pillow, I was asleep. And I was like, damn, whoever made that sleeping potion, it's not a good time party vodka mix. That is a sleeping potion from one of the Disney
That's what vodka would do to you.
I guess so, but
it's just vodka with grape juice.
Right, but if it was just like straight up, like just vodka, no other flavors, there's no way I would have drank the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think it was vodka with grape juice. I think it was vodka, it may have some grape juice.
Grapefruit juice.
Like some sort of flavoring or something, because it's like, I think it was 40 proof or something.
I think it was grapefruit juice. That's what it tasted like anyway. Yeah. Now you get that back. Anyway, yeah, whoever made that, you're targeting children, and you got me.
It's not targeting children.
No, but if you see that vodka anywhere,
we got a ghost crew going on here.
Yeah, we got a skeleton crew.
We got Jack behind the mixer, and that is it. Everybody else is gone.
Gone, I tell you. And I got the crew, one of these things.
Got a kern.
A kern. It is the iron coin of the faceless man. And
this is from that movie.
For those,
The Three Musketeers with what's his name?
From 2.5 Men.
From Titanic.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
This is the coin that Leonardo DiCaprio carried when he was in the tower.
I thought you talked about the Charlie Sheen.
The man with the iron mask.
Oh, the man with the iron mask. No, it's not. It's from...
he carried a coin so that people would know he was the man in the iron mask.
It's from Game of Thrones. I got it from thinkgeek.com. Let's see if I can... You can't see it. No. Well, maybe a little... No.
And no crew to help.
No crew to help. Anyway.
Thanks, crew. Thanks, crew, for going outside.
Now, me, Joey, and Sean watch Game of Thrones, the HBO version, correct? Are you still into it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's been a while since it's been on the air.
Yeah, it has. I am anxiously awaiting the new season. And Jack and crew member Rick, they don't watch it. However, it still has meaning, okay? No,
it's too late.
Crew,
it's too late. The crew's coming back like oh, we're here. It's too late.
The crew of the faceless men.
Don't let him help you.
Please help me.
Don't.
Hey, we were having to be bodyguards because you guys would be dead right now had we not done what we've done.
I don't believe you.
So, just be thankful.
All right, you see, all right, that's the faceless man on the front. And then on the back, you have some like
Some
ancient
fancy insignia stuff.
markings.
It says stuff on it.
And I forgot what it means. It's like to kill someone.
To kill, deposit
to kill
one
them
coin.
all. But
That's
anyway,
that's what it means. To kill, deposit a coin.
your coin, and he shall die. But the reason I got it
Throw coin hard at person.
throat. The reason I got it for Ricky and Jack too, because even though they
They don't
don't
have
watch
faces.
Game of Thrones, because at any given show, me, Joey, Ricky, Jack, and Sean could be one of these faceless men conducting behind the
But
scenes.
Ricky and Jack are the real faceless.
But
That's what was
Yeah.
happening behind the scenes.
That's just
They're right.
just another way of saying that they're ugly.
no,
What is on their head can barely be called a face. That's what you're saying about them.
They are not absolutely faceless. They've been on these shows many times. People have seen them come up in promos and intros and all kind of tros. So,
Yeah, but when it's happened, we've received complaints.
well, just because we've received complaints doesn't mean that it hasn't happened.
But I'm saying we're not saying that they don't have faces. We're saying that their faces are so disfigured that they can barely be called faces. That's what we're saying by the faceless man.
That's what you're.
That's what we're saying collectively. We're all agreeing on that.
No, I will not agree with. I will not go down that road. I will.
You think they're handsome?
Yes, they're two very
You think
well.
they're dapper?
Yes.
Dapper gentlemen?
Yes, they are.
Would you date them?
Yes. If I were if I were a gay man, a pretty gay man, I would date them. But
If you were
but then I couldn't date them.
you were a
because
gay
they
man?
wouldn't, they wouldn't be gay. If I
A
was
gay man who's gay?
if I was a gay man who was gay, yeah, I'd
Crew's
date him.
whistling at Matt.
But
The faceless men, the disfigured men are whistling at Matt.
what it is, guys, what it really is, guys.
Thank Matt.
The faceless men. I wanted us to get some morale boosted up, so I gave everybody a coin, and then it's going to be a guild. Okay, so it's like we got our own little faceless man guild here, and the people in the faceless man guild are shape shifters in the series. So that's like Rick can operate the camera. Boom. Next thing you know, what? He's busting up titles on the screen.
So
what?
Matt
He's switching.
is
He's shape
still
shifting.
in the second grade. He's still trying to form secret clubs.
So our secret club
We have coins.
of the crew, we are the crew.
We have coins
of
from
the
Game of
Faceless
Thrones.
Men. And we are cool because we have the coins.
You're not helping.
And I got them on sale too, baby. And
I
and
had my coupon.
and they took them off of sale like 2 days after I bought them.
At the grocery store in the toy rack.
No, sir. These.
There it is.
Let me just tell you a little something about this.
to children?
Officially licensed by George R.R. Martin, this coin has been struck under many tons of force on hardened steel dies using metallurgical grade pure iron. The hardened steel master dies were hand engraved by the late Greg Frank Wiebe, and the second die set was
Greg Frank Wiebe?
extensively revised by Joe Panessa.
Joe Panes?
Pinesa. Joe Pinesa. No, look. How would you say that?
Panesa.
Pinesa. This piece from the 8th pressing was struck in coin registry using die 2, featuring the inscription revised to include the silent H in Morgulis,
So we have the correct
right here,
correct spelling.
which had
Mr.
been absent on die 1.
Mr. Panessa pressed it himself.
Right.
Mr. Panessa put the H in there.
Mr. Panessa, he's a hard man.
Thanks,
And
Mr. Panessa,
Mr. Panessa,
for
he's
pressing so hard on the coins.
striking the coin so hard with a Mr. Panessa.
Stop saying that.
But thank you, guys. And have you taken yours out of its baseball card
I did.
holder sheath?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad you remembered from back in the day how to do that. Not everybody does. How to, is that how you do it, right?
Well, that's
Boom.
how I did it.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
I just like
And it comes
warped
out.
it a little bit so it came open, and I raised my finger in there, and I
You
pulled it
don't.
out.
You're not supposed to warp it because that could warp the card. You're supposed to do like a ball of ketchup. Just keep going,
Mr. Panessa teach you that?
and then look, there it is. Boom.
Oh, I didn't take the card out. I took the coin out.
Oh, yeah. Take the card out.
And I-
And
and
look
I-
at it.
and I-
It's super cool.
And I flipped it towards my squire. And I was like, "Here, squire,
Yeah, swag.
go and kill somebody with this coin."
And in the series, you can't get into or out of some place unless you have this coin. This coin was given to the little girl by the assassin. That's what this coin was, always will be. But it has different meanings to us because we just took it
But now there's a bunch of them.
and renamed it. Yeah,
So that assassin guy's going to be super busy.
yeah. He's starting clans all around the world by
He's
pressing
starting
this.
secret clubs of video crewmen.
Secret video crewman, and that's where all these podcasts and video casts are coming from these days. Y'all want to know what the big splurge is? The big spooge of podcasts coming out these days? It's because of that one lone
Because of
assassin,
Mr. Panessa's coins.
right? That one assassin having Mr. Panessa press upon this coin and giving it to the world.
There's this one guy. His name's Mr. Panessa. He's like,
That's exactly how he does it.
it
Yeah.
looks like that before he presses it. I really don't know what the point of him doing that is. But
Just to put
they give him the coin. and
his
he-
touch on it, yeah. I mean, they pay him a lot of money to do it. That's got to be.
He must know what he's
He
doing.
must know what he's doing. Mr. Panessa, thank you. Do you usually go into the accent, like when you say, like if you order some enchiladas,
What's the other guy's name?
Frank Weeble?
Weebly?
No.
Wasn't it Weebly?
Weebly.
Panessa and Weebly.
Panessa
That's the
and
name of the
Weebly.
team.
Yeah.
Panessa and Weebly.
Panessa and
Coins.
Weebly. Strike
original
again.
Coins by Panessa and Weebly.
Die Hard 2 by Panessa and Weebly.
It's the name of their marketing agency.
Hard Die number
There-
2.
There's Panessa, his son, and Weebly. They added him to the firm, so it's Panessa, Panessa, and Weebly.
Panessa, Panessa, and Weebly. Second generation Panessa. Spreading their germs all around the world by rubbing hard on these coins before they wholesale them to think
They're not
geek.
rubbing, they're pressing.
They're pressing out these dies, and then they're pressing on your coin before they send it out to you.
Each and every coin, your coin was pressed,
Hand pressed,
hand pressed by one of the Panessas, or possibly a Weebly.
possibly both Panessas, striking down hard on the coins. Now, as I was saying, when I said this guy's last name, I did the Italian accent, Panessa, because it sounded
Right.
But in real life, like when you order enchiladas, do you say enchilada or do you say?
I would like some enchiladas. I don't say
Yeah,
that.
me neither. But there's people out there that do it, and sometimes it's cool if it's in like a classy place, and it's usually cooler if it's French. But most of the time, it's just like, dude,
Well,
I've never heard
I
you talk
think
like
French
that
food,
ever.
I think French food is more foreign to Americans. You know, like we don't eat French food all the time.
Right.
So there's no conventional Americanized pronunciations for these things.
True.
But people say enchilada all the time. They
Yeah.
say burrito. They
Burrito.
say fajita,
Mm-hmm.
quesadilla,
Margarita.
margarita. So there's no need to, when you say the name of a French food, you're trying to be accurate. You're trying to make sure that they know what you're talking about
Right.
by pronouncing it with their accent.
Right,
know?
right.
It's like if somebody came here and and asked for
Spit it out, boy.
a jelly bean.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be like,
Right.
here, here's your jelly bean.
We,
I know what
we
you
might
meant.
not know what they're talking about.
Right.
Like we don't have beans that yell. What are
Hey,
you talking about?
I need a jelly bean.
So the thing that you want to do is pronounce it with their accent, okay? But we've been eating tacos for years now, at least years.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
years upon years.
yeah,
yeah.
Like at least 8
100.
years, people have been eating tacos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least 8.
and fajitas for at least 11 years, maybe
And
more, probably more.
Margaritas, that's pretty new.
And that's what we call it. And so the waiter, who is the Hispanic, he speaks the Hispanic language
Yes.
with the Hispanic accent. When we say enchilada, he's not saying, "What are you talking about? You mean enchilada?" No, they know immediately what we're talking about. Which
Right.
some dumb American, he knows what
Yeah,
what
he knows enchilada. Yeah. But
If I were to say it with an accent, he might think I was mocking him.
right. That's what I'm talking about. These people, and it's not just the food. They'll do it with the person's last name. Like, welcome our guest for this evening,
Mr. Gonzalez.
Mr. Rocco Venezuela.
Venezuela. Are there people named Venezuela?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last name Venezuela.
Venezuela.
It means many whalers.
And the guy's like, dude, it's Venezuela.
No, the translation into English is many whalers. Many whalers. Many whalers. So instead of saying that, say, Mr. Many Whalers, welcome.
Now, where you go wrong is when you over-Americanize these terms and you order fajitas.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You don't want to order fajitas. Give me some fajitas.
Give me some fajitas and some tikka.
No, fajitas.
Fajitas.
It says a J right there. J's don't make 8 sounds.
Fajita. And y'all forgot to put the R in it.
Give me some quesadillas.
Quesadilla. Give me some armadillo quesadillas, please. 2 of them, sir. Yeah, that's where the Southern folks come in and
Give me some tortillas.
The tortillas.
2 of them
I think it's funny.
for my fajita.
I think it's funny when people from like you see them every once in a while. It's pretty kind of rare. People who were brought over here to America at a very young age, or maybe still in the belly of their mother. Okay, and they're now living in Houston, Texas. Okay, out comes the baby. The baby.
Click, click, click.
Yeah, the baby is
Out comes the baby. Click, click, click.
clip, clip, clip.
Clip, clip, clip.
Put it in the bushes. How's that go? Out comes the baby. Clip, clip, clip. Don't
Put
touch
it in the bushes for the
dogs
wolves to raise.
Yeah, raise.
Right.
Yeah. Put it in the bushes for the wolves to raise. Out comes the lumberjack fending off the wolves. Because he don't know the wolves are going to raise it. Right?
Looks just like old Santa Claus.
So that's why we got elves. The Elf, the movie. Yeah.
That's why we got elves.
That's why we have that one big elf and made it into a movie based with Will Ferrell.
That's why Will Ferrell eats lots of sugar.
Because he has a sugar
Nothing to do with
booger. What were we talking about?
We're talking about babies. Babies.
Oh yeah. They come from another country, say Japan. Boom, Japan. Now they're in Houston, Texas. Okay, they're born. Your mom and your dad speak fluent Japanese. They were born and raised with it. Not so much good with the English. But you're going through the public school system of these United States, and you're learning. You're learning. But guess what? You're also in the South, in the deep South. So you're learning that too.
That was your first mistake.
So you're learning that too. So then you get the news reporter,
You made a big mistake being born in the South, boy.
the news reporting
everybody says to me.
Asian woman who says, "Hello, everybody. Welcome to Channel 3 Broadcast Local News. It's time." And it's a beautiful Asian woman talking like a down-home country girl. And it's just like you get used to it, but it's an odd thing to see because you're like, how?
It's not odd to the,
Must
to
have
the
come-
lady
must-
doing the reporting.
It's not odd to her. It's life. It's that's just how it came to be. And there's nothing wrong with that.
This is Jackie Chan with CBS News.
But yeah,
There could be a lady reporter named Jackie Chan.
yeah, it probably is. But I was basing this on
Does her own stunts.
a Japanese, she came from Japan, an attorney in Houston. Who she's a full-grown woman now. She's an attorney, and that's how she talks. Yeah, I remember when we
That'd be
went over
funny
that
if she-
client's
If
case.
she had a kid, like she had a baby, the first thing she said to the baby was your first mistake was being born in the South, boy.
I'd like to have that on tape.
Like she picked up like deep racism.
First part, let me tell you, I don't want to catch you out this door when the lights
As soon
come.
as the baby comes out, she's like, that baby got straight black hair.
You straighten out that hair. If you wear your hair curly, I'll tell you what. I'll get you. Yep. That would be real rare to see. Yeah, a Japanese person coming over here and getting deep and being raised in the South,
She
getting
gives
that.
birth to a kid. And she's like, that baby got slotted eyes. Let me see that baby. Boy, you made a mistake being born here in the South.
I swear that Cletus, they won't stay open.
Yeah, shame on that lady.
Shame on her.
God,
Yeah, and she's an attorney. Jeez.
God, do you think she'd be more enlightened?
Right.
Educated woman like that?
That's right.
Shame
But
to call her American.
yeah. Well, since we got off to a late start, we got to go now. It's 3:45.
Is it?
But we do have enough time to show what you've been doing.
I haven't been doing anything. So we started the show, and you're so engaging that.
Oh, thank you.
That
And let me give a shout out to.
well,
to
you
one
said
of
to
Yeah,
show, so I'm gonna show them.
Do it.
Yeah. So I told you last week that I was going to redo this page right here, which begins with their house, and then you go into a window, you see the one of the kids there, then you have the cat and the dad. Remember I said I wanted to work the cat and the dad out of the picture because they really weren't relevant to the story. So what I ended up doing was these just straight across. I'll pull the purple masking out 1 second. So I just did these straight across panels, 1, 2, 3. You can see the original panel there for that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue. I'm just going to continue the drawing all the way over to the left. I guess you can see the mouse. Yep. And then for this panel, it's hard to see with the light, the sketching, but if you compare it to this panel here, it is the exact perspective, the exact position. In fact, I can let's look at the original drawing here. So here's the original drawing, and you can see how it lines up with where the window originally was,
Yeah.
and the girl here up on the
Oh, yeah.
rails.
Perfect.
And so what I did was I just continued the drawing out to the sides, and then the first panel, has the same house, but we continue the landscape over to the right. So
Hell
that's
yeah.
what I'm working on now. But I have to decide what's on this left wall, and that was what was hard to do while we were talking on the show. Is
Right.
what do I put up on that wall that's interesting?
What do you have to do real quick to get it that precise? Is there calculations or
What do you mean that precise?
how you had one image line up exactly with the other?
I just put it in a layer underneath it, and I
went over it.
I mean, well, I started out by tracing certain elements from the original, but then I decided to completely redo the perspective because there were some things that weren't quite right. So, on this show, at quick glance, it looks very similar, but it's not. It's not exactly the same. So I redid all the perspectives so it's a little more accurate. Because again, that page had gone through 3 different applications before it got to where it was. So this way I get to do it all in the same application, and so
It's looking good. So probably what we're going to hope to do is, or I think what you're going to try to hope to do is reveal like a finished one. Give us an exclusive here on T-Bog. Like a finished panel, like when you do everything you just talked about right there.
yeah,
Will you show us
yeah,
on TV?
sure,
Yeah, okay.
sure.
Thank you.
But it's slow going. I'll either be done with it next week, or I'll be coloring it next week.
Cool.
Um,
And
so we'll see.
I'll be out of town next week, but have no fear, I'll still be here. Skyping in.
He'll be here in spirit, but not really. It'll just be me doing the show.
But I'll be on the Skype.
He won't be speaking or anything.
I'll be a hand puppet. while he
I
does
will
the show.
call him on my computer on Skype, and then I'll leave my computer back there so he can hear me do the show. But other than that, it'll be kind of the same as it is every week. But
Oh boy! But before we go, let me give a shout out to Fireside Chatter. Thanks for he gave us a nice comment the other day. He said, "Love the show, guys." And
Fireside Chatter, Firesider Chat.
Fireside Chatter, and I wrote him back, "Thanks, Fireside. Thanks for watching, and please continue watching. Tell a friend, tell your mother, tell your brother. You know your weird brother would like a show like this." So, love you guys. Shout out to Fireside Chatter. Anything you'd like to shout out before we go?
No.
No, on the show goes. Say love yos. Legos.
Our crew doesn't have faces.
Crew don't have faces. They are the faceless crew. They eat on grits and braces because they eat on Fu Manchu.